The other day I was thinking, who was I talking to? And they were like, well, we need to pick up the books. And I went, but the children love the books. And no one around me laughed. No one thought it was funny. And I was like, there's only one person in this world who would like this joke. But I didn't say anything. But the children love the books. But the children love the books. Welcome.
Welcome to Wine Night. Or welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my wine night. I'm Ashley, and this is my longest friend, Anna.
Yes.
Did we decide it was 21 or 22 years of friendship?
It's been far too long to count.
We met because our cots were next to each other at nap time and daycare. We were about 3.
Yeah.
Or was it preschool or daycare? Because if it was daycare and not preschool, then it was much younger than 3.
5. So we must have met at 4. Because that's when the kids.
So 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years of friendship. And so I've got this whole bad luck story time thing going, and I convince myself that I have really bad luck and the weirdest things happen to me, but I almost wonder if I just have really bad karma sometimes after our Amazon earlier. So she got an Amazon package, and they were like these really nice Tupperware.
$50 for 4
They're
pieces
had
of Tupperware.
bamboo lids, and I was like, keep it. Amazon made a mistake. Keep it. God wants you to have this Tupperware. And she was like, I feel like it's karma, and also the girl who ordered these is like 3 doors down. And I was like,
but I don't understand.
I
put
would've
my
kept it.
package with hers. I don't understand. They're in the same box. I asked my mom, and my mom was like, "That's really reasonable for Tupperware, Anna." And I'm like,
is it actual Tupperware, or was it just like this really expensive glass bowls?
It wasn't real Tupperware. It was just like bougie bowls. But can you imagine thinking so highly of yourself that you're eating out of like at least a $12 container?
I keep the plastic containers they give you at KFC and put things in them again.
I eat just out of the takeaway Chinese containers.
Yeah,
that's what I eat out
I keep
of.
those and re-microwave them because
Allegedly,
they're
you're
okay quality. You can put them in the dishwasher. Let's open these boxes. We ordered, I want to say we ordered pizza, but we ordered far more than pizza.
We ordered weird things.
We ordered
That's what I'm talking about. How good does that look?
some sort of cheesy monster.
Yes. We ordered little
Ooh, but
bites.
it smells like a heart attack, which I'm into. What's that?
This is chicken bites. This
I like
is
chicken. Ooh, the cinnamon twists.
Yes.
And then because it's a pizza joint, we ordered pizza.
We should have. Let's put this here.
Wow, there's a lot going on. I like when these boxes they're like closed, and then you're like, I want to eat this, and it's like a pop-up card, like a pop-up book from when you were a child, like pop-up chicken.
I'm gonna honestly just start this pizza and then see where.
I feel like it's right to start
The
with
night
pizza.
leads.
That feels right.
If we have extra, we have extra. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Ah.
Yeah, this feels right. So, I don't have a lot of memory of like being little. I have some, but not a lot. How far back do you remember knowing me?
I would say
Like,
the
do you
hot
have?
thing.
Do you remember that? Because I know you tell me that, and I'm like, oh, that's where we met. And I remember like you telling me that, but I don't actually remember that.
I say that because that's my first memory of you.
Okay.
We were next to each other on the cots, and we kept sticking our heads underneath the cots, and we could look at each other because they were like those
That's
blue
adorable.
mesh ones. We would stick our heads under. We could look at each other, and we started screaming at each other.
No.
Yeah, we would like pretend that we were getting scared by seeing the other one underneath the cot, and we would scream. And then they were the ladies who were taking care of us were like, stop screaming. And of course we did not because we were 4 years old. And then we never got sat next to each other at nap time again. But a bond had been forged. And then you moved to a different school. You started going to
10th Street.
Oh shit.
I do remember like really wanting to go to 10th Street, and then you did.
Yeah. You were my best friend, and you did Girl Scouts. So I joined Girl Scouts because you did Girl Scouts. And then you went to 10th Street, and I wanted to go to 10th Street, so my mom took me out of this religious private school, put me into public school. That's my first memory of you. And then we would go into Girl Scouts. And
At the library.
In Anderson?
Yeah, wasn't it at the library?
I remember it being at Tanglewood.
Well, that's Girl Scout camp.
Yeah, meetings are too.
I was terrified of Girl Scout camp. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you remember me being terrified of Girl Scout camp?
We had a chant. Oh, and the other girls thought you were so weird because you used to pull the legs off all the bugs. You were like not afraid of the bugs. And I was like this like mediator between you and the other girls. I was like, guys, I promise she's fine. She's just pulling his legs off the bugs, and they were
I
like,
remember pulling the legs off Daddy Long Legs, and then they were just like a little circle without their legs, and they were useless.
And you got so upset because you made one a useless circle. That spider undoubtedly died like a day later because it couldn't eat. But like you definitely left it alive by pulling the legs off. But then you started to only pull one leg off each one we would come across in the future because you were like, they can survive without one leg. But you just wanted to prove to all the girls that like you were like not afraid of the bugs and that you'd pull a leg off of them. So then we really had to ramp up our catching of daddy long legs. Because you're pulling only one leg off of each daddy long leg.
I need a therapist to tell me, like,
What that means?
what does that mean? Why?
What are the ramifications I'm going to have to pay for?
Also, like, why did I feel like I needed to prove something by pulling legs off of insects?
And that is like so dark too. Like, and we were all just like playing fun, and then you remember you left one that was just a ball, and you got so sad. And you were like, I will never leave one just a ball again. And so you only started pulling one leg and one leg only. Let me know how that goes for you.
Oh man. Good. I'm gonna get a food coma after this.
I know. What Kyle doesn't know won't hurt him.
What Kyle doesn't know won't hurt him. I feel like we should say Kyle's the trainer that tracks the calories.
He is my trainer. He tracks my calories. This is not getting logged.
So, Girl Scout camp. Did you ever do the stay the night thing with me? Where they like, at the very end of the camp, they let you stay like one night. Like the last night there was like a sleepover, and they'd bring me to like sleeping bag and stuff. Mind you, I feel like we should say that the Girl Scout camp, Camp Tanglewood, was less than 5 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah, we could have walked.
It was on 10th Street. It was like 2 minutes from my house, but for whatever reason, I felt like I was so deep in the woods and in the wilderness that there was like no coming back from that.
We could have walked to your house within like 10 minutes.
Easily. You only have to go through one stop sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, I didn't realize that when I was growing up though. I thought I was like deep out there, like out there. And then like now knowing where it is, I'm like, wow, no, I could have walked there. But I was terrified of it. I don't really know why I was terrified of it. I was terrified of it. Maybe that's why I pulled the legs off the bugs, because I was like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I'm gonna go these girls, these other 10-year-old girls, and I'm not scared. Alright, I ate my pizza portion. I'm ready to move on to another portion.
Getting that chicken. They're like boneless wings. And the only thing I wish is that there was more sauce. Because there's like a drizzle of sauce. And then, like, but then there's like a layer of cheese that was baked over them, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah.
I also think there might have been bacon.
No,
I don't love bacon. I've never really liked bacon. I tolerate bacon.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not a huge meat eater.
I'm not either. Okay.
Ooh, so this just has cheese on top of it, on
Inside
the bottom
of
of it, inside of it.
It's made of cheese.
It is cheese, but it's not cheese.
Yeah, it's not cheese. We can go that this is fake
Cheese, not cheese. Mmm. Ooh.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's nice.
That's what I like best.
Oh my gosh, in the intro I forgot to say. It's a mukbang. It's a mukbang. MUKBANG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say it.
Because we're eating, and we're going to tell you about what we're eating, but we're also going to dive into what a weird kid I was, because I don't have any memory of being a weird kid, but Anna has a lot of memory of me being a weird kid.
I have a memory of you being a weird kid because you were definitely the leader of our friendship, our friend group. Like, I just did whatever you
I was a leader?
You were the leader.
Hmm.
Do you not feel that?
No.
Yeah. I just did whatever you wanted all the time. Not you ever wanted me to do anything bad. You were just distinctly my best friend. So I was like, yeah, whatever Ashley's going or doing, we're going to go do that too.
I'm so grateful for you, because I can't imagine, like, Like, no one else would have done that.
Oh.
No one else would have had that kind of commitment.
I really have nothing else to compare it to because I've had you this entire time. Like, I have no idea if anyone else would or wouldn't have because I found one who did it. So, I don't know.
think
Is this weird? Do other people not get this?
I feel like... So when did Mr. Pigsley and Mr. Chicken...
Distinctly around 4th grade? 4th grade?
How do you even explain that?
Oh, God. That's like way too
I don't
long
have a
ago.
lot of memory of that. I just remember the pig, and I know I got him from the Scholastic Book Fair because I went to the book fair intending on buying a book, and I bought a stuffed pig. When he pushed his paw, he sang "My Girl" instead of a book. I thought that was a better purchase than a book.
And it was. Because we're talking about it now. Will we be talking about
still
a book
have
now?
him.
No.
He's in my closet. I have him.
I still have Mr. Chicken.
Okay.
Also in my closet.
I don't know
And
if
the
this is crazy.
Build-A-Bear
I don't know if this is crazy or not. It might be crazy. Other people might think it. Do you have any stuffed animals? Or like old toys?
I only have the important ones. I've gotten rid of all the other ones.
So I have a teddy bear my grandma got me before she passed away.
Sounds important.
I have Mr. Pigsley and I have an old blankie. Mr. Pigsley and the teddy bear, when I put them in the closet, I always think, like, do they know I'm putting them in a closet and I'm sorry and, like, should I get them out of the closet? Do they know they're going into a closet? Even though they're not alive, is that weird? Like, Toy Story has me thinking that they all come alive.
Toy Story has me fucked as well. Because I also think about Mr. Chicken. I was like, Mr. Chicken, I am so sorry to put you in here, but like it's time. People are like starting to like make rumors about me.
Yeah, and I'm like, does he know he's in a closet? Does he know I lock him away?
And that we don't take him literally everywhere anymore.
Do we take him everywhere?
I took Mr. Chicken everywhere, dude.
Okay, I don't remember much.
You repressed the shit out of that because you took him everywhere. I had like church clothes for Mr. Chicken, and I was
Church clothes?
Yeah, it was an outfit from Build-A-Bear, and I would put him in church clothes and take him with me.
So he could go to church?
And Corinne was my only friend at church.
I remember her. Did I go to your church?
She came to our high school too. You did come to our church, and you went to church camp with us.
Camp Challenge.
Camp Challenge.
Candace needs to be here for this one. Candace was a big part of Camp Challenge for me.
She sure was. She sure was.
We started a SpaghettiO food fight at one point and almost got thrown out of Camp Challenge.
We did. Yeah.
Did Mr. Pigsley and Mr. Chicken go to Camp Challenge? Did we even say yet they're stuffed animals?
So Ashley got Mr. Pigsley from Scholastic Book Fair. She carried him around. I thought it was obviously the coolest thing because I did whatever she was doing. So I went out and I got another barnyard animal in stuffed form. I named it Mr. Chicken because hers was named Mr. Pigsley because it was a stuffed pig. And so I dressed Mr. Chicken up and he came with me everywhere. For like a year. I remember at one point too, I was at my dad's house when he lived in Pendleton, and Wes had like taken Mr. Chicken away from me. He was like, look, Anna, this is for your own good. It's weird. You don't need to be doing this anymore. He took Mr. Chicken from me. And of course, I am unhinged because who am I? And I got hysterical. I was like sobbing. And I was like, give me Mr. Chicken back. And I know my dad came up the stairs and he was like, Wes, give Mr. Chicken back to Anna. And Wes looked at my dad and was like, Dad, it's weird though. And my dad went, I know, I don't get why she does it either, but you gotta give it back. And that was like kind of like a coming to Jesus moment for me, where I was like, my dad even thinks this is weird.
Why did my parents never tell me that it was weird?
I think my parents let me do it because they knew that you were doing it. I think that they saw that correlation. That like I was doing it with my friend. I have no answer for why you did it. None.
But why did my parents like, that's fine, that's normal.
Your poor parents had to deal with so much. And there were so many times that you would come home and like do stuff and they'd be like, Ashley, what are you doing? There's so many times I was over at your house and they'd be like, what are you doing? I remember one time your mom was selling scented candles and we got all of the scents that she was like selling. We laid them out all over your your like room, and we had like categorized them and put them in like little groupings, and like as if we were touring a candle store. And your mom came home and was like, "Did you get into my stuff, Ashley? And you've laid out all over your room." And you were like, "We're shopping." And I remember I was so done. Like I had smelled so many candles that, you know, when like your face kind of hurts when you smell too much stuff. My face was hurting. And I was like, "Ashley, don't."
I have no recollection of that at all. I kind of feel bad for not remembering some of the things that you remember. And I'm like, I'm so sorry that I put you through this.
This is like bringing up a whole new just set of things.
I do like have memories though of my parents. Like my dad would always be like, don't have any good ideas. Even when you think it's a good idea, you're not allowed to have good ideas. Don't do it. Like, don't have any good ideas. Or like we would be leaving and he'd be like, don't do anything I wouldn't do and don't have any good ideas. Like if they left me home alone. Like, don't do anything that you think is a good idea.
I could definitely see them like coming home and like you've created like a slip and slide inside the house and you're like, "I had the best idea." And they were like, "No more good ideas."
Shameless self promo. If you go to my channel and you look like at the bottom, there's a video from, I want to say I was in high school, but I really hope that I was in middle school. Whenever the cinnamon challenge was a thing, I made a video of me like eating a spoonful full of cinnamon. You like try not to choke on it.
Yeah.
And in the middle of me like gagging on this cinnamon, my dad comes in the back and he's like, he goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. Not a thing. Absolutely nothing.
I think that was just like an everyday occurrence.
And my dad was just like, and then he like walked away. And then you see tiny Kevin come in and he's like, and like their faces were very like.
And I'm surprised they even had those faces. At this point, I think we had just like full blown accepted what was going on, which was we have no idea. Whatever Ashley has cooking up in her room, just roll with it.
Oh, so about when did I stop carrying around Mr. Pigsley? Because it didn't happen for like ever.
I stopped carrying around Mr. Chicken when my dad was like, "I know, Wes, it's weird that she does this. I don't know what to do about it. We can't judge her." I was like, "Oh, that hurt." So I put Mr. Chicken away.
Did that like...
We had to have done it at the same time.
That had to have triggered something for me. Like, oh, Anna's not going to do it anymore? Well, shit, okay, I'm kind of old. I should put it away.
We were far too
Although,
old.
he was on my bed until the day I, like, moved out of my parents' house when I was 22.
No, yeah, Mr. Chicken still is definitely resides at our
And-
family home.
Okay. I remember what happened to Mr. Pigsley at the end. I took him with me to one of my brother's baseball games. And I used to sit in the dugout and hang out with the boys.
Okay.
I went pee, came back. Two of the small, like, 7-year-old baseball players were ripping the sound box out of his butt. Like, there was a big gaping hole where his sound box used to be. So I took him home and sewed up the bottom and he didn't sing anymore. So he can't sing anymore. But I do remember, and I don't have this one anymore. Like, I'm talking like maybe 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago, we'll say, because I was living at home. My mom told me the Scholastic Book Fair was selling Mr. Pigsley again. And I was like, shut the front door. And I bought another one. And I had two for like a year. And then I sold one of them because I was like, this just doesn't mean to me what it used to.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right.
It felt weird. Like I had Mr. Pigsley and then I had like replacement Mr. Pigsley. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So I got rid of him, but I still have the OG that doesn't sing anymore.
No, I still have Mr. Chicken. He's at my parents' home. In recent years, I have had some of Hunter, Wesley's friend Hunter, like brought up to me. He was like, "Do you remember when you used to carry around that chicken over?" Like, and literally the last like maybe 6 months, he's brought this up to me, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, it was a weird time." And he was like, "I really thought you were cool, except for." He was like, this whole time, he was like, "I really thought you were cool, except for the fact I keep remembering about how you used to carry around that chicken."
No one has ever brought it up to me except for you. Like my I need to ask my mom, like, why did you let me carry a pig everywhere? What was psychologically wrong with me that I wanted to? And like, did you think it was weird, or like, did you think it was chill? Like, I don't know if my mom thought like maybe she thought like, oh well, she's still a little girl, so it's fine. But like, there was a point where it wasn't fine anymore.
I think that your parents literally had to like rewrite so many rules about parenting because you did things that were like not typical for so many kids.
Yeah. So, do you remember anything else about elementary school? I really wonder why they let me carry around a stuffed pig for so long, but I'll get off that subject.
They never had to deal with it with Kevin.
They had to deal with a lot of other things with Kevin. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for Kevin. My brother's Kevin. We don't have time for Kevin. Love you, Kevin.
I love you, Kevin.
I love Kevin, but even though like, okay, this is the only time I'm going to talk about Kevin, then we're going to not talk about Kevin, but Kevin literally will watch videos of himself as a kid and be like, why did no one punch me in the face? And I'm like, I did. I tried.
Multiple times.
He's like disgusted with the way he acted as a kid. I'll put on Christmas '08, the home video, every Christmas just so he can watch himself. And like, so I can watch him watch himself because it's hilarious. So yeah. Kevin knows. Kevin's aware of old Kevin.
I don't do anything that awful to Wes. I feel like I, in comparison, was the easier child to raise than Wes. I hope Wes watches this. Wes, if you're watching this, I was the easier child to raise.
And still.
And I'm still the easier child to raise. They might not like me as much as you.
I distinctly
but I was
remember.
easier.
I distinctly remember. I don't know how old I was. Wes locked me in a hall closet.
I remember
in
this.
your house.
We were
for
playing
like
hide and
a
seek.
while.
We were playing hide and seek between us girls, and he interrupted and locked you in your hiding spot.
Which happened to be a hall closet, not in my house.
I remember he did the same to one of my other friends who had hidden in like a drawer. Oh my goodness. I've lost part of my vodka on my arm.
I like that these boxes are like.
I like them too. Can I do a plug for a documentary on here?
Yeah.
It's called Love and Saucers. It's the story of a man who tells the story of how his first childhood love was an alien named Crescent. It used to be on Hulu. I think it's now on Amazon Prime. Try your hardest to find it on YouTube. I'm doing a bad job of telling you where it is. But it's really, really adorable. It's documentary style. It's about 40 minutes. It is not a waste of your time. There's a man in his late 50s telling you about his first love who is an alien named Crescent.
So, okay. This is a fuzzy one. Middle school.
What weird shit did you do in middle school?
I don't know. It's very fuzzy. I guess I'm asking you what memories you have of me that stand out in middle school.
I have weird memories of me.
Okay.
Because we joined bands.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good choice for me. I don't want to speak for you. It was a bad choice for me to get involved with the band. Though, I start to compile a list of my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is that I am not rhythmically challenged in the slightest. Like, talented in the slightest. But
You were on the percussion.
I was in percussion, and I was like the scenest bitch. I would wear tight skinny jeans, Etnies skater shoes.
Oh my god, do you remember at church camp you wanted me to cut your hair with like a leg razor because you wanted that like, and I was like, okay.
You didn't do it. You stood with me while some other girl did it.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
See, I told you, I'm fuzzy. I'm real fuzzy.
Some other girl did it. I definitely did it. And I got our camp counselor to be like, look, this girl wants to cut my hair. Can I do it? Some like random 20-year-old person who had been in charge of us, like as our camp counselor. And she was like, call your mom. If your mom says okay, that's fine. And Wes had just gone through his first swim season where he had to bleach and then shave his head. And so at this point, my mom was like, fuck it. I don't really care what my kids are doing with their hair. So she told me, go for it. And so I definitely got my hair.
I remember you regretting that though, because it took a long time to grow out.
It did take a long time to grow out. I did regret that. However, I really liked the hairstyle. And I liked just the like snap decision within me to be able to like just be like, today we're doing this. Long on the bottom, short on the top, and then I dyed it like a burgundy.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So I had my skinny jeans, my
I feel like that's a theme in this video.
my
I don't
hair.
remember that. I don't recall.
I think you're repressing more than anything else. Like these are bad memories.
Do you remember I was the one who loaded the truck?
No, were you?
I was the one who loaded the equipment truck. And I was like, I wouldn't let anyone else help me. I was like, because I was like, this is a game of Tetris. Oh, everything only fits in here one way, and I have that way like memorized in my head. Like the blueprint is in my head. I know how the things go in. So like I would direct people if they wanted to help me with the heavy things. I would be like, okay, hand me that giant drum. I would have to jump like and climb onto like a platform, and I'd be like, okay, you can hand me that drum now. And then I would let people hand me heavy things, but like don't pack my truck. Like I packed the truck. Sam helped me pack the truck. But I remember, at least this is my memory of it. Sam, tell me if I'm wrong. I could be like totally like repressing everything. I thought I was in charge of the truck, but I think I was in charge of the truck. And I packed the truck, and I wanted to pack the truck.
I did not pack the truck, and I have no memory of that.
Yeah, I packed the truck, and I I arranged it just so that it would, for whatever reason, my brain. You know how like in SpongeBob's brain in that one episode, there's like filing cabinets.
I'm not going to tell you, you know that my mother would not let me watch SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
You know this. I'm your only friend who has no SpongeBob knowledge.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, well, SpongeBob has the filing cabinets, and they're like burning in that one episode. I feel like if you remember elementary school had those big metal desks, you know, that would like lift up.
Yes.
I feel like, you know how you would just kind of throw all your like papers and like your gum, your like everything would just kind of be thrown in your desk.
Mine was organized. Mine was organized. Yours had everything thrown into it. Mine had a system.
I'd be digging around like.
I had a system in place. Because
I like to think that's the way my brain looks. Is like you open it and it's just like, was that a dream? Did that really happen? Was that 5th grade? Was that senior year? I
distinctly now understand the example that you're trying to give. Do you remember in 5th grade we had Mrs. Clark, the librarian?
Oh, yeah. She always gave me frog tongue candy.
Frog tongue candy and those frog pencil toppers. And my frog family lived at the front of my flip open desk. So everything had to be in place. Otherwise it would smush my frog family. Did I just like unlock a deep-seated memory of yours?
There was a boy you had a crush on. All started there.
The boy I had a crush on.
We mentioned his name. I'm going to edit it out.
He was wonderful. I'm sure he's wonderful. I was also like 11, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, but I had a crush on him, and our frogs got married.
Shut the front door.
So like at recess one day, yeah, our frogs got married, and I thought it was like the most romantic thing. And like 11-year-old Anna's brain, I was like, oh, it's on. Like our frogs are got married. It's on. And then, yeah, so, like, I would, like, give him, like, my female girl frog some of the times, and he would, like, give me his male frog, because we were, like, staying over at each other's house, and it was, like, no big deal. And then we had a frog
You,
family.
like, would trade frogs?
Yeah, I would, like, for, like, lunch, yeah. His frog would, like, come over for just a visit, and, like, stay in my frog's desk. My desk.
And then my desk looked like...
No, but, like, I had to keep my, like, my shit tight, because... I had frog guests.
Did I not have frogs? Or did I just
you had to have had frogs.
Did I just like throw the frogs?
I'm sure Miss Clark would have never given us these frogs if she had any idea of what we were doing with them. Because
oh my god, that makes me like. And this makes me think like people give children like all of these toys and things like not knowing.
Oh, we ruin them.
Where it's gonna go.
We just ruin them. I also would like cut off the end of number 2 pencils. And then I would draw smiley faces on those, and those were their frog babies.
Like the erasers?
Erasers, like the end of the erasers. And I draw like a smile on it, and then those were like mine and he shall not be named frog babies.
I just remember frog tongue candy, and I would always rent Scary Stories to Tell. Rent, like it's a movie. I would always check out Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark with the really creepy pictures. And I would always read like the same stories over and over again, and I would look for like the most like gory or like the most scary stories, and I would read them over and over again. And I would check out that book as often as I can. The movie's coming out soon, I believe.
As adults,
the movie does not look like it's going to be much like what I used to read, so that happens to me.
I feel like as adults, if we were also thrown back in Miss Clark's class, we would do the exact same thing, which is eat the frog tongue candy and rent out the scary stories. Like, I don't think much has changed.
That's fair.
And
Should we go high school real quick and then maybe cap it off there?
Cap it off. What weird things did you do in high school?
I just don't really remember much from high school, except for like, well, not name anybody, but I had the boyfriend for like the first 2 or 3 years, and then I had the other boyfriend the last like end of that, like last half.
Yeah.
Like last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I remember like those. I distinctly remember the second one and everything. I remember like most of like my relationship there and like things we did together, and like I have memories, blah blah blah. I remember like prom. I went to like 5 proms. That was awesome. Had fun. I remember I tore a ligament in my wrist during golf season, and I had to have surgery, and so I was in a cast for my entire senior year.
I remember you being in a cast.
Senior year, I have the most memories of. I golfed, I made friends, I was in the marching band. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I don't have very many memories for us in high school.
I don't either. I remember like,
We went to
I feel
different
like-
schools though.
oh yeah. I repressed a lot in high school, I think, but I don't. I've learned a lot about myself. I should just pay you to be my therapist, and we should sit and we should talk about all the really strange things that I did.
You need a real therapist. You don't me. Like, sitting and talking with me is fine. We can do this, but
That's fair.
also, you carried around a pig.
All right. I was a weird kid. And
And
bless
I
you.
was too.
Bless you for keeping me.
Bless you for keeping me.
Mm.
We
Well-
didn't have many other options. It was really just each other or nothing.
If you're still here, bless you
Congratulations.
for keeping us.
Congratulations for making it through.
So yeah, that's all I got for today. Subscribe to my channel. We might do this again. Maybe this will be a bit. I don't know. Or maybe we'll like vlog next time, since normally we go out to eat. We end up having really crazy conversations anyways. So yeah, subscribe. Anna doesn't have much social media, but I'll like let you know if she starts up her YouTube channel.
People keep telling me I need to.
That we've every time you tell me a story, I'm like, this is gold. So I'll keep you posted on if Anna gets a YouTube channel. Until then, I'll just keep putting her on mine and using her as great content. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on whatever this is. Okay.